So, good morning. It is Wednesday, the 12th of May, and today I'm going to get these two beds ready for planting. And one of the things I'm going to have to do is take out some of that stray wood chip that's been chucked over by the birds, and I'm going to give you a quick lesson in how to hoe. First things first, I'm going to just start moving some stuff out of here. So that's an old plant that we don't need anymore. And I'm just going to throw this wood chip that's just been accumulating from the birds. It's come off the path. There's a big rock here that I'm going to get rid of. Basically, I'm just getting rid of all the wood that's on the top, because the last thing we want to do is hoe in wood, because wood snatches nitrogen from the soil. It's fantastic as a mulch on top of the soil, but once it's in, it starts removing nitrogen from the soil. So I'm going to make a decision as I go through this as to which of these plants here I'm going to keep, because I want to plant up the whole area. So I've made a decision to take out all of these spinach plants, not because they're rotten or they're not producing, but because I've got so many others that I don't really need that many. And I'm going to take some of the leaves, but the rest are going to go to the chickens because they love spinach. Okay, that setup looks a bit better. Cool. So you can probably see the whole length of this now. That's good. So I'm going to show you what it means to hoe. I've got a big piece clump of earth here. So sorry about the dog barking, but suburban neighbourhood. Right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hoe, working backwards. And you can see the angle of the hoe I'm using, going all the way down the middle, and I'm just disrupting the sort of top 1.5 to 2 inches of the soil as I go. I've taken out the spinach that I didn't want. Start from the top, go down again. So this is hoeing 101. So this is how you hoe. And the idea is not to dig, but to slice. So you're slicing into the ground at a degree of about 45 degrees angle. You're disrupting the roots of the soil and any weeds that think they're about to grow, which they won't. So you've got a backwards and forwards motion, you're working backwards and you're slicing the top layer of the soil. This is the sort of thing you can do once a week, twice a week, once a month, whenever it grabs you, to just disrupt any weeds that are coming out through the layer of the soil. And you can leave the weeds on the surface to rot down. So I've left a few plants in here. So this is a marigold, which is a good companion plant for most things. And I've also left this rocket from last year. And I've also left some sorrel. So this is a red vein sorrel, which you can't see from that level. And at the end here, I've got some tatsoi that's gone to flower. And the thing with this is, it's probably not so edible now, but I can see it's got some slug damage on it. So I'm going to leave it there, because it will make sure the slugs go that way and not this way. So the reason I'm doing a hoeing lesson is because I realise hoeing doesn't come naturally. People don't know what to do with one of these, especially obviously if you've never done it before. And I'm hoping that these videos reach those people that have never done this kind of thing before. Now, I'm recording this after I showed you how to hoe, and I've already put some compost on the top. So it's all a bit back to front, but you'll get with me in a minute. And the idea of hoeing is to, just make sure that the surface level is free of weeds, because you're slicing, there's a slicing action, and that you're breaking up the surface, because sometimes rain makes a kind of sheet. It covers the soil in a kind of impervious sheet of mud. It's the best way I can describe it, really. And then all the water tends to just run off. So what you want to do is break up the surface level so the water gets in as well. So that's the purpose of hoeing, and that's why I'm showing you how to hoe lesson 101.